We curious.
All right, guys, it's time for game one of this best of three, Navi versus Sigma. Navi on the Dire side, Sigma on the Radiant. And on Navi's side, we introduce them now. Havos will be playing your carry gyrocopter, Dendi, Opa Dendi on the solo mid Dragonite, Funnick on that off-lane, or, well, 3-position Naga Siren, you could say Kuroki, the Visage, and that does leave Puppey bringing up the rear as the Venomancer.
Oh, yeah, they did swap.
Right as I introduced them. Oh no, they swapped earlier before I introduced them. Okay, I was getting confused. I thought you were saying they swapped again.
Oh no.
So on the Radiant side, we have Team Sigma, Z French plus 1 German plus 1 Dane. Fata will be playing your Slark. We have Miguel as the off-lane Nature's Prophet. So it's not going to be a Miguel Slark as much as he likes the hero.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, that's surprising to me.
That's very surprising. He loves that hero.
And Valat just introduced Navi, as you could probably tell from the crowd. They're definitely going to be the hometown favorites here. Past the Lich. That does put effing Mad onto the Bane. And last but not least, it is going to be Sakshka playing the Mirana.
So solo mid Slark, he's okay, I'd say. It's not amazing.
It's Dragon Knight. It's like really hard to kill this hero 1v1.
Yeah. He won't be able to get like insane amounts of farm. He'll do okay though.
Whenever you run a ganker mid against Dragon Knight, the problem always becomes when you go to gank. He just pushes your tower. And it's not like you can gank the Dragon Knight unless your supports all come to the lane.
How do you feel about his ultimate? Do you think it's too strong?
I think he's a little too strong. I think like the stun having, what is it, like 400? Whatever the range is when you're in range form. Like when he had a melee stun with the dragon form, he was pretty reasonable. But then Ice Frog made it the range stun, and then he also gave him the level 2 dragon form, having the poison damage as well. Feels like he's like a slightly less versatile version of Alchemist to me.
That's true.
Great initiator, great pusher, good semi-carry.
Good front line.
Can solo mid, can be a safe lane farmer, although we don't see it too often. Doesn't need a lot of farm, but uses it well. Jack of all trades, master of many. What do you think? You just don't personally like him because you don't like playing him. Not a flashy hero.
I think he's a little bit too strong.
Yeah.
For
not as bad as Alchemist though.
Not as bad as Alchemist. I think an instant stun on that low of a cooldown, it doesn't really have any drawbacks except its range. So when you're in range form, I think that thing lasts way too long.
They might make a go here on Funnick on the bottom lane. There's a sleep arrow available, but he jukes in the trees, so off lane Naga will be the choice in the end for Navi, and he's gone early poor man shield.
It's an early split.
Uh-oh. Making it hard for Effie Mad here, but Effie Mad, even if he tracks him down, the split is going to block arrows, so really nice build from Funnick. Net would not help him here.
It would not.
Nor would Riptide. If he gets caught, he is going to die, but the early mirror image, very crafty play.
We see Buckyman already checking the 2-minute rune on bottom. It will spawn top, and Lich is on it with an invis, but it will be spotted by a ward from Sigma.
So the off lane for Sigma is an interesting dual lane. Lich Prophet. What do you think?
Lich Prophet, it's a greedy.
It's a very passive off lane.
It's greedy. It's super greedy.
Like
well, as long as they don't die, but
you just like don't do anything except slowly try to whittle them down.
Well, you do have 2 600 range heroes versus Gyrocopter, so that's pretty good. But at the same time, they do always have to be feared for a Venomancer gank.
And so far, looking at the farm in this lane, Havosta is doing pretty well, 9-3, and Sigma, I think the good news for them is this Mirana is getting a lot of farm. 16-7 on a hero that really does need the good early start. She's not a good comeback here. If you're going to run her as a farmer, like she doesn't flash farm like a Shadow Fiend or a Gyro, so glad to see that they're getting the good start.
Nagasan is also really poor too. He's only level 1. Still.
Well, what can he do? I mean, he used the mirror image to avoid getting slept arrowed, but it's not that cheap. I mean, you can't constantly spam it. He can use it twice more and then he'll have to go base. They do go on top lane though. They're diving Miguel a bit. Havost getting aggressive, not enough for the kill, but will be forced to TP out. Poss will take over the experience, but this is really where that passive dual lane struggles a bit, Ben, is they can't really force anyone out of the lane and they are at risk of dying.
Yeah, at the same time though, they are like efficient though in terms of experience, in terms of making sure that Furion doesn't miss out on any experience, and in terms of if Furion ganks, Lich will also not miss out on experience. So I guess it's good if you want to get level 6 on those heroes, but yeah.
I do love this Naga play though. Every time Mad runs at Funnick, he just immediately mirror images, and you're never going to hit a sleep arrow. It's a really cool way to try and deal with the combo, but the problem is
he's still not getting
he's not getting experience, yeah.
That's a real big problem.
So Sigma's getting more out of their off lane, for sure. They're getting the Lich experience denies, they're getting lane experience as well, and they're farming better in their safe lane too. So Sigma clearly getting the edge on the side lanes, and as for the mid lane, it is pretty even. So I'd say overall Sigma winning the laning stage, but I guess the real question is it hard enough?
Yeah, and Puppy is just doing his neutral pool thing with the plague wards. That looks fun. Yeah,
like you said, this is a very different way to play Venom. Like we see a lot of farming with wards, but normally not this early.
Yeah.
Oh, they are going to go bottom though. They've got an arrow available. The sleep was there, but these friggin' illusions, man. He blinks, he jumps in anyway, drops the arrow. It's level 2. First blood to Sigma.
Nicely played by.
That was a confident. I love when you do it like that. Instead of shooting arrow and then leap, you just leap arrow, so they have less time to react.
Yeah.
Well played.
Dendi, level 6 in mid. Yeah, they are almost dead even in terms of creep score there, so.
Overall, it's looking good for Sigma. They get the first blood. The lanes are going, I mean, about as well as you could expect. Not that Navi is really far behind, but this is the kind of start you want when you've got a lot of single target heroes, not the best team fight, and more of like a split pushy kind of gank-oriented lineup. I'm really interested to see what Fata does from here. Hits level 6. If they want him to leave the lane, someone else has got to rotate in, though. Otherwise, Dendi's just going to push his tier 1.
Yeah, he could technically hunt down Puppy, too.
Yeah, he's level 6. He probably could, and he's got 3 points in pounce already, so...
It's a low probability kill, though. He has to be able to find him.
Yeah.
And he has to gamble on the fact that he doesn't have any cooldowns up.
Well, they should be a little suspicious here. They don't actually have an observer war top, but they have not seen the Veno once this game. So they should probably know that he's Woods. Middle lane, there's a pounce. Fata jumping on Dendi, but he's really not taking much damage here.
This is much less rotation than the Alliance Fnatic game, either of them. The two supports are just playing very passively. That's what happens when you have a Lich, though. So no big surprise from Sigma. I'm surprised that Na'Vi hasn't actually made a move earlier with a Veno, as well as the
they seem, I mean, you look at their draft, and their lineup is clearly the stronger 5-man draft, right? And I mean, they're getting decent levels in farm. Not as much as Sigma, but I mean, it's not. They're a decent amount behind, but I feel a lot of that's just the Lich denies top.
Yeah, Lich deny pretty OP. If you
and that's kind of inevitable no matter what.
So they're actually pretty far ahead in terms of experience gold. It's only about 1,500.
Well, when's Fata gonna move? That's the big question right now. So far, content to farm mid. 36 CS, slightly ahead of Dendi, but no support movement either. He'll leap in again and jumps on Dendi, but Dendi really not taking damage from this. Can't do too much. Hard for the Slark to get anything done here.
Yep. And Funnick trying to get some sort of experience. He is still level 1, 7 minutes into the game.
Uh-oh, top lane, Kuroki goes for the dive. He wants the double kill. Another soul assumption, not enough. And now might pay with his life. Fata jumps in. He leaps. There's a braid set. They bring down a Vost. He's fallen. Kuroki maybe could be next. There's no mana for a Nightmare. No stick charges either, but Fata, he's got the ult. He's got the leap. He's found him. This is going to be a 3-1 kill score. Sigma strike that great rotation from Fata. And really, honestly, just
overextension by
flat out unlucky. They came very close to killing that second hero top lane.
Yeah.
He lived with like 20, 30 HP.
I mean,
but it was greedy.
It's very, very greedy.
And now Sigma's got Moonlight Shadow, so their next level of aggression, as well as Prophet ult's coming soon. So you look at this team, and sure, maybe not the best team fight lineup, but they can just pick heroes off left and right with Prophet ult, Slark rotations, and then any +1. Whether it's a Moonlight Shadow, just a Bane smoking. A lot of ways for this team to find kills. So really, it's the perfect tempo for Sigma's draft.
I've been seeing a lot of the early phase boosts on Nature's Prophet recently too, and then opting for a Midas, a Mecha later, and it seems to do very well. If he didn't have phase boost there, he most likely would have died.
Yeah, it's really strong in these games where you expect like a fair amount of early clashes as well. And I think Sigma are expecting them. Not this second, but now they've got Profitable, they have Moonlight Shadow, and they can go for some fights soon.
Navi just has not been rotating at all. Venno has just been farming it up.
I feel like they're playing 6.78 Dota right now. Just AFK, jungling, pulling, farming, stacking, not stacking Ancients, but I'm sure they will be
better
soon.
than Sigma's if they're on even farm.
But is it good enough
I don't
to
think
justify
it's gonna be
this?
even farm. Yeah, I don't think so.
Sigma's not playing that greedy, though. They have not gone for any Midas. Safely Mirana with First Blood and Free Farm, not going Midas. Not shocking, but a bit unusual. And the Prophet will go Midas, but it's not a really fast one. So Sigma maybe not being as greedy as they could be to capitalize on Navi's passivity. And they might look to make a go here on top. Fata's rotated in. Have Navi spotted him here? I don't think they saw him. Uh-oh. This could be bad, Havos. There's a leap. There's a Profitable coming through right now. It's going to do a lot of damage. Havos, low. He sticks up. Not enough to survive. Now Fata forced retreat. There's your Chain Frost. Boom, boom. Got him. Brings down another. Sigma are rolling. And they're not done yet. They want Puppy as well. Oh, my goodness. This is going for bad doors from Navi. Fata leaps. Slams it home. 6-1. Oh boy, Navi are getting crushed right now. Could be 7-1. Bunnick's gonna fall bottom. Oh my goodness, what is happening this game?
Navi's playing far too reactive, and they don't really have reactive heroes. Like Visage and Venno, they can't do anything on it once a Slark jumps on the gyrocopter, and they TP'd in hoping to save him, but they can't do anything.
They just got, what was that, 3 kills in a row?
Yes.
And those were big kills too. They kill off the gyrocopter there, the offlane Naga. The only core that has not died yet is Dendi's DK. So that's a lot of weight on his shoulders as we head towards the mid game. And you go back to this Naga in the offlane. Sure, the Bane, Mirana only killed him once. Uh-oh, Havos. Oh no, Havos, not like this. Not like this, my friend. Early level 6. Well, fairly early level 6. And now 7 for FA Mad. And first Chain Frost, first Fiend's Grip. 2 kills for the team.
Yep. Navi, they almost have the birds up on Kuro, and they might start making a move then, but they're going to be the first ones to push a tower.
And they're definitely good at pushing towers. Dragon Knight, obviously fantastic. The Naga Illusions can tank this a bit as well. And well, I'd like to see them get the Familiars before they really commit to this fight. And looks like they will do that. FE Mag going to back off. And meanwhile, the push mounts bottom lane. So Sigma not really crazy about team fighting right now. No Mirana ult. No Chain Frost, not the best time for them to engage, so I like the fact that they're going for a trade here.
Yep, they need to get bigger on Slark too. In the first series, we saw how useless a farm Slark is if he's underfarmed, and this game, he's doing pretty well. 11 minutes in, he has 1,800 gold on top of his treads, his bottle. The gold graph, only about 4,000 in favor of Sigma, even though they are down 1 tower. Are they going to be able to take towers in the early game? Should they be forcing the issue?
I think when the ults are ready, like when you have Moonlight Shadow and you have Chain Frost, that's when you should fight, and Chain Frost is coming soon.
By the time they wait for that, though, Nagasaro might be 6 and just stop the push and distracts.
Yeah, Funnick is catching up now. Already level 5. I mean, level 6 is going to take him a minute or 2 to get here, but...
He went a 3-0-2 build, too. No points in net. I think he needs 1 to, like, stop grip and stop TPs and that sort of stuff, and just to help focus people down.
Yeah. Interesting that he put so much into the mirror image. I mean,
his mirror images just don't do that much early.
I mean,
you can scale. It scales okay, but not amazingly well.
He could have just gotten the 1 point to deal with the sleep arrow. Like, he didn't need to level it. It doesn't do anything for you in that respect when you level it. Same duration, same cooldown, and gets more expensive in terms of mana. I guess the only question is, like, is there something else in mind here? Can you think of any other?
Taking Roshan, I guess.
Yeah, if you just command them into the pit.
Yeah, I mean, like 30% to 35 or the 40%. Each of them might take 1 more hit, but I mean, he's not going to have that many items for his illusions to be useful.
And Navi looking to 5-man here, but Dendi does get caught out. Fatsa jumping in. Chain Frost going to force Havost off. Dendi now gripped, focused, brought down with ease. And Sigma leaping forward. They want Puppy as well. Arrow off the mark, but it won't matter. Puppy's going to bite the dust. 3 down. Sigma are rolling. 11-1. 13 minutes in, and they want more. They want Havost, and I think they might get him here. Leap cooling down. Nope. Phase boots, and will be able to retreat out. Barely at that, though. Navi being forced to fight, and Sigma, if they were even in levels and farm, they'd have trouble taking these fights. But Ben, they're up 8K gold, 8K experience. They have all their ultimates, and we still don't see a Song of the Siren online. And look at that, already the Shadow Blade for the Slark. This is how you need this is how a Slark game needs to go. Snowball.
Right. You need to get a lot of kills early, but it also requires your team to be very, very active early, and I think that Nature's Prophet in particular has been doing a really good job of doing that, because if he plays passively, he's not creating any opportunities for his team. They're not getting level 6 on Bane as early as they did, and Na'Vi is just falling apart.
Now, of course, Na'Vi often the team that loses game 1 and then goes on to win the best of 3, and this is a best of 3, but that being said, it looks very good here for Sigma. No Fiend's Grip, but an arrow will fly. Oh, they try to set it up with a Frost Blast, but not going to happen. I guess the big X factor here for Na'Vi is maybe they can sneak a Roshan. They do have Familiars. Is their Medallion online? Not yet. This is not the time to do it, but they'll go with the Song, and they got nobody.
Wow.
Wow. Just hoping that somebody was like hiding in the trees, I guess, but not going to happen. And Smoke, do they try and Roche now? Smoke gets dispelled. This is not working out for Na'Vi.
It would have been really good for them because Bane's ult was almost off cooldown. Habos, oh my goodness.
Runs into a world of pain.
Wow.
Just blown up by Fata as well as Sakshka there.
0-4-1 on Habos. He has 65 creep kills, which is decent, but when you have 4 deaths with that, you just aren't going to be doing that much damage. We see Migo out on top alone.
They'll try to TP out. There's a Dragon Tail. They'll drop it now. They've got it. No ensnare. Actually, he might get out. Nope. Too much damage. They bring him down. Na'Vi strike back. Second kill of the game, and the crowd goes absolutely bonkers here, but Puppy will fall. Another kill for Sigma. My goodness. Well, they got really excited about that kill on the Prophet.
Well, they did double their kills.
Yes. 100% increase in kills here. Very impressive. And now Sigma marching down the middle lane. This Slark is very scary. Shadowblade this early? That's a lot of deeps.
Yeah, and there's no way Na'Vi can carry a gem right now.
Well, and even if you do, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, even if you do, it doesn't matter.
This hero.
Yes, Shadow.
Well, for the ultimate, I mean. Of course, it does matter for the Shadowblade. And, I mean, Funnick may be the one who gets one early. That is the one that, with leveling up the mirror image.
That's true.
They'll be a little bit tankier and can just constantly be scouting for the Slark with them, I guess. But that's kind of an awkward...
Sigma pinging out Roche.
They have to be worried about Na'Vi doing it. Na'Vi don't have a medallion yet. I don't think Na'Vi actually can do it yet, but if they did, it'd be really slow. But just the threat of it might waste a lot of Sigma's time, and Na'Vi can use that just to try and farm
looking for Puppy.
One right click, then a leap, a latch, and should be a kill. Prophet ult just slices through, and well, another one bites the dust.
How is Na'Vi going to come back from this?
Only, I mean, until they get BKBs on their cores, who can actually like farm safely in a lane? When Prophet ult's online, Slark can just kill anyone with maybe not the DK, but like anyone else is easy food.
Naga can sleep too, I guess, but that's about it.
And if that happens, Sigma just back off. There's just Na'Vi don't have the best lineup to fully deal with the Slark. They have some decent burst damage, but the Visage can't be everywhere. Whereas this Slark with a Shadowblade feels like he is everywhere.
He really is. He's making Na'Vi fear for their life. But still, Sigma only taking down 1 tower so far, and Na'Vi has taken down 2. So in terms of tower count, Sigma is actually behind in that aspect, but in terms of gold, they're about 7,500 gold in the lead over Na'Vi.
Oh, by the way, look at that experience. Up 14,000 experience at 17 minutes. Look at the level chart.
Well, their greed is paying off for them. Their greedy draft. But now they're doing Roshan.
And Na'Vi, this is almost a desperation play from them. Sigma have to be expecting this. They should be rotating towards the pit soon. Na'Vi, no medallion. This is really going to take a while.
So slow.
This is very risky. There's a Chain Frost available. Mirror Image can help to tank it a bit, and they'll send the Mirror Images in now. There are sentries deployed. And Na'Vi continue to work away. The medallion has now been delivered onto Kuroki, and they'll try and bring it down, but in comes an arrow. Uh-oh. Hits the familiar. Was close, though. Fata leaps, not going to connect, and now Assault, they're going to look to turn this one around here. This could be bad. Havost got a call down, needs to drop it. He'll drop it now, and now Saksha with a BKB just turns around and says, "What's up, buddy? I got this." Now Kuroki gripped, and the Marana going ham. Puppy to fall as well. That's 2 for 1. The Lich already biting the dust, and Fata still standing strong. Oh, boy. They can't fight against this Slark. Not any longer. He's got too much muscle. They'll dive Dendi under the tower. This could be a bit risky. Dark Pact has been used, but the Dragon Tail not going to last for any time because of it. Now leaps forward. They get the kill. 4-4-2. And they get out safely.
That was a pretty decent initiation by Na'Vi, but problem is Pawn has BKB. She got called down right in the face, but it didn't even matter. And what is Na'Vi going to do versus BKB?
I honestly didn't even know she had BKB yet. This is, I mean,
it's just phase drums BKB
so rich.
18 minutes in.
803 and 110 CS. I mean, if you're getting this
gold.
You know, this is Sigma just getting to play their style of Dota. The Bane Mirana, the pick-off Dota, you know, incorporate a Slark into the lineup, great for this kind of strategy. And
I haven't really seen Fada play it too, but he...
Yeah, it feels like it's always Miguel. I mean, I know he's played it before, but...
Oh, now they get the Roshan, though, so things going a little bit in the way of Na'Vi's favor.
This is a very expensive Roche, though. I mean, losing that team fight, down 10k gold.
If Havos dies once, he's most likely going to die
twice. They still have
twice.
Chain Frost here, actually. Uh-oh. Gale's going to come. It does connect on pause. Now he just unloads the Chain Frost. He knows he's probably dead. Calldown's there as well, but Dendi latched up by Fata. And look at the damage output. This Slark is too strong. Aegis pop. They're going to bring him down again. And Fata just too fast, too furious. Another easy kill. Snowballing. Can't stop him. Won't stop him. Gets another kill. 20-4 your score. Well, I said it was a very expensive Roche before that fight. They lost Aegis. They lost 2 cores again. And still no BKBs in sight for Na'Vi. This is pretty much GG, it feels.
I think if they call GG soon, it wouldn't even... You can't really blame them. I mean, they're diving very close to the T3s right now. Puppy is about to take a spill. Fada is just huge.
And Funnick's going to die here as well. Na'Vi just one after the next. They all keep on falling. Can they get the killer in Kuroki? Oh, the grip! Oh, the grip! This is too much.
So was it hubris giving them Bane Bottom?
I think it was a little hubris, Ben. Like, why let them play their perfect comfort zone draft?
Well, if you're confident that you can beat it, then why not? It's kind of like how Alliance let them get Alchemist, and then...
Well, see, Alliance did not have hubris, though, because they banned Wisp when Fnatic had first pick.
That's true.
I feel like giving them Mirana Bane is like giving Fnatic Wisp. It's just their signature style. But that being said, I mean, Sigma's executed really well, and
Sigma has...
Na'Vi did not move at all in the laning stage.
I think the greedy Venomancer play hurt them a lot in the early game. They really needed the babysit, I feel like, on top, just because Gyrocopter didn't get that much farm. With 2 full range heroes as well as Sacrifice in the lane, you better be getting a lot out of your other lanes if you're going to let them suffer like that.
Na'Vi now looking to defend their top tier 2. Fata in the front lines. Effing Mad is there as well. And by the way, Fata up to 4.3k gold. Oh, on the backside, an arrow's connected. Sakshka, he's found Funnick. He BKBs the song. Ain't gonna save you unless you can run away. There's no leap here. Actually, maybe it will. Just barely. Funnick's gonna live. Expensive, though. Expensive to live. Now Havos charges in, but he's charged into quite a few. There's a mech down. Havos once again hits the deck. He does get 1 kill in return, but this Gyro's been dying way too much. And now Miguel, could he be next? No, he'll be okay.
They're like in between the T2 and the T3, and they still don't take that many casualties. I mean...
Yeah, these are not even great fights for Sigma, but they're still trading evenly, and almost coming out on top.
Dendi has his BKB, though, so things are looking somewhat okay.
They'll have potentially Gyro BKB. He still has to farm. With the rate Havos is dying, I feel like this Mithril Hammer is very far off.
Yeah.
Normally,
I thought that was his...
Yeah, he's just got recipe here.
Oh, it showed it on the right side, so I thought it'd pick him up. That's only... Wow, interesting.
I have no idea.
Oh, no, that was Dragon. Oh, never mind. What am I talking about?
Oh, boy.
Well, do they have any ancient stacks? Yes, they do. It's actually a triple stack, so he could farm that and then get his Mithril Hammer. He'd be pretty close to it, probably like 600 off.
Well, they'll try for it. Bend but don't break is the name of the game here for Na'Vi. They'll try and catch up. But all the while, Fata has 5.4k gold, and he's not even the richest player. It's the Mirana with 4k gold. I mean, they're about to pick up some just gargantuan damage items. So, sure, Havost might get a BKB soon, and Dendi has one, but Sigma are going to have so many damage items, I don't know if it matters. They can just right-click right through
and
the
Nature's
BKBs.
Prophet's pretty big as well.
Yeah, I haven't even been talking about him this game.
Dragon Knight's number 4, and he is... he's like... What, 12,000 net worth on Potom compared to 7,000 on a DK. Things are rough.
And now Navi looking just to farm the Ancients, kind of eking whatever they can out of the map, but Sigma farming the enemy jungle. They do back off now.
There's Necro 3 up on Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, he's actually had it for a little while here.
Oh, yeah. So here's the Ancient stack being cleared out, vods.
But they're 4 manning to clear the Ancients. This is not ideal.
I mean, that's pretty much the only way they can get back in the game, though, right? Is Ancient stack, because all their T2 towers were down. Rochian has been down, and they took it, but they're really hard pressed to find any sort of farm.
Navi doing whatever they can here, but all the while Sigma just... You have to imagine the next level of aggression is coming very soon for this team. They've had the mech out for some time, and the Slark probably going Ayaskati, and in fact has the gold for it right now.
So what do you think went wrong for Navi? What went tremendously wrong for them in the early game to get to this 24-6, 24 minutes in the game?
Well, the supports just farmed. And you look, Sigma's supports, Lich was like really slowing down Navi's safe lane just by denying creeps, and you look at the Bane, he got them the first blood and rotate around really effectively. It's not like Navi to just AFK farm on their supports unless they feel they're getting an advantage. Like sometimes you'll see them AFK farm and they'll go like Puppy Enigma and be really greedy, but they had to have known that they were falling behind in the laning stage. Benno is not the fastest.
They're Miggle though.
So going in now. There is a Necro 3 available. We might as well pop it before he goes down. Now the call down comes. A lot of damage just to bring down Miguel. Defensively slept, but will go down regardless. However, Sigma, they look to fight here. Everybody getting very excited. Now the song comes out. They're going to look to dive. They have no cooldown for this. This is a really ballsy fight, but they're going to take it. Navi say, why the hell not? They jump in. They're getting 2, 3 kills. Bots on the run. Pops the ult. Oh my goodness, he hits hard. And now the chain falls from the backside. Bounces 3, 4 times, but is it enough? Hard to say. 3 heroes dead on Navi, but still standing strong. And now Kuroki, he'll live. He lives through it all. Gem hitting the deck, but in comes Sakshka looking to clean this one up. Arrow is there. Will it hit Dendi? It does. Dendi's dead. It's a team wipe for Sigma. And they did buy back on the Nature's Prophet, so a 5-for-4 trade in the end.
Yep, and Gem recovered by Fada. Slark is just so massive at this point. He has 2,000 HP. How are you going to kill him? That was a pretty good fight. That was a very good fight by Navi. They took down one of the very important heroes, Nature's Prophet, at the start of the fight. They slept 4 under a tower and got a really good setup with the BKBs, but they're just so far behind in terms of farm right now. But still, being able to do that with a 12,000 gold deficit is quite impressive. And had they won that fight, they probably could have taken down Roshan too. So very valiant attempt by Navi.
At the same time, like 6k of that gold was banked. It was the Slark Scotty, which had not been delivered, the Butterfly, which is about to be completed on Sakshka. Next fight, 2 huge tier 4 items come out for Sigma. And Navi's BKBs are going to feel fairly irrelevant if Sigma executes correctly, but Fata gets caught out here. He'll be forced to Shadow Blade away, and also it is worth mentioning, it was not only a 5-for-4, but Sigma did recover the gem. I think you mentioned that, but it was Navi's gem originally, so another 1,600 gold swing there as well.
Yep, life is rough.
Expensive. And there's your Butterfly for the Mirana. Where's Navi's damage? This Mirana can't die.
10, 0, and 10. And Mirana is just so good at ganking and farming at the same time. And yeah, she doesn't scale as well as Gyrocopter, but when you're this far ahead, you're 6 levels ahead of them.
And that's without a Midas, but he doesn't even have an unfair advantage here. And he's not even the highest level. It's the Slark who's level 18 for Fata.
I think the offlane solo Naga Siren was very questionable too. He was still level 1 like 3 minutes in. And yeah, it's cute that you can dodge the sleep arrow with the mirror image, but are you actually going to be able to get farm levels?
It's cute, but what does it actually do for your team winning the game?
It's like, oh, nice, you didn't die, but that's all you got accomplished.
Meanwhile, Lich is just getting AFK easy experience every time he denies a creep, and the Prophet got a really fast level 6 off of that.
Yeah, well, it was a 2-1-2, and they won both of their dual lanes, and it was a wash in mid.
And now an arrow flies forth middle lane, not going to connect, but Sigma marching through the mid, maybe looking to break base here against Navi. 28 minutes in, your score 29-10. It really feels like Sigma's game, but Navi, the kind of lineup that if you overextend, you eat a Poison Nova, a Song into cooldown, it could go wrong for them. So they don't want to be too cocky here, but they'll siege the tower, they'll bring the tier 3 down. And this Mirana, just keeps on right-clicking the tower. Double damage run online, plus 211. This will be racked. Song is deployed. They're going to look to fight now. They need a perfect call down. Some chain stuns as well from the familiars. Will they get them off in time? There's a BKB on the Mirana. Gets it off. Oh, this is bad. Now the Mirana, well, actually Fata giving chase, now forced to back up, but the Lich found the host on the backside, and the chase continues. Fata content to get the racks, it appears. Kuroki now backing off, marching forward. Well, they only get ranged racks. Oh, no, sorry, no range racks, actually. Melee racks dropping low. I think they can get it here. Another soul assumption, but they're just not taking enough damage. And that will be the melee racks. Na'Vi lose one. They'll lose a ranged racks here as well. And they're losing kills on top of it. It's just a very expensive defense, and it's not working.
And now Roshan is up.
And
Man.
31 to 10.
This is just all but over, though. I mean,
like you said, that was the best possible fight they ever could have had bottom
right
for that position, and it just wasn't enough. Imagine if the game had been closer, though. That just shows you how scary and annoying it is to play against Na'Vi.
They are really good at taking fights when they're that underhanded, but again, so many things went wrong for them in the early game. Havost didn't get any sort of farm. They got first blood on the Bane. They had really good rotations from him. Funnick didn't get any sort of farm. Potom just got way too big. Slark got free farm. And they didn't get levels on their supports on Na'Vi. They got a relatively late level 6 on Visage.
Aegis will fall, and it goes here to Sakshka, who now has a Demon Edge as well. MKB not far off. The hits just keep on coming here. Fata could pick up his Basher if he'd like. We'll see what he looks to go for, but
yep, Sigma's looking to end the game right
time
now.
to siege the bottom lane. I mean, why wait? There's really no reason to.
I mean, look at Bucking Man. He has Arcane Boots, 4-step, and Mech on a support Bane, which is ridiculous.
And he's really tanky. 1,300 HP on a support Bane. Na'Vi just really lacking for burst. They want to take a fight outside the base. They know if they let Sigma get here, it gets very hard for them. Puppey will be the bait. In the front lines, there's now a Desolator up on the Prophet, and they go with the Song. No hesitation from Na'Vi. Look for the call down. The follow-up could be there. Drops it, unsongs, and then goes. But the BKB keeps at least the Mirana alive for the time being. Decent Chain Frost bouncing to and fro. Havost not dropping that fast. Your Mirana, is she doing enough damage? Will bring him down. But gonna pay with their life. Na'Vi taking a good fight here. They brought down 3. The Aegis was popped, though. Now they need to run. They don't want to fight round 2.
That was a 4v5. Migo was just split pushing top the whole time.
Tier 3 dropping low, and Kuroki might be the next one down. No, no leap. They do Dragon Tail. They stack the stuns here a bit, though. And I don't think they want to chase this. Kuroki's going to go down. Fata low, though. He drops a gem. Another good trade for Na'Vi. They even defended top in the end.
1,400 gold to Dendi because of that. I think if Migo just comes to the fight, they just flat out win the game right there.
And did he have ultimate there, or did it just cool down?
I'm not sure, but he had Necro 3 up for sure.
Yeah, and he just picked up a Desolator, which would do a lot of work in that fight.
They need a BKB on him, on Bane. He's like the primary target from on the side of Sigma. Every time they sleep, they immediately gun for him.
That was just great game sense from Na'Vi, though, knowing that if they let Sigma set up at their base, they're just going to lose the game.
Right.
And so they forced the fight outside of the base. Only way they had a shot to take it. It's still a long hill to climb. I mean, even after that fight, the graph is still... They got 1,400 gold for that kill, and the graph's still going up. I mean, it's plateaued now, but...
Gyrocopter had a buyback, too, so even though he got his BKB not too long ago, no item progression since then.
Poor Havost. Not been his game, Ben.
It has not. It's not been Puppy's game either. 0, 9, and 11 on Puppy. 1 and 10 on Havost. Dalindo to Superman. Doing decently.
6 and 4.
But KDA, not terribly relevant.
Do you think he's reporting his teammates right now? Well, you can't win them all, or at least you can't have a good laning stage every game.
I mean, as far as the BKB wars go, though, because if this game goes that much longer, then Na'Vi's not going to have that long BKBs on Dragon Knight. Is already down to 7 seconds. Gyrocopter down to only 9 seconds, actually. Why did he not use BKB more than once? Anyways.
Well, they have so many instant stuns. Well, I guess just mainly the Bane, but he's been on point with the grips on the sleeps on Havost. And Havost kind of just charging into the enemy team in some cases.
It's true.
He has been known to charge in once in a while.
Saksha almost has his Daedalus. He's hitting 300 damage as a Mirana, 32 minutes in. That's probably one of the most farm Miranas I've seen 30 minutes in.
Yeah, and I mean, with the Desolator, it's even more damage, so He's hitting hard. Big item pickup, though, and now Na'Vi, another smoke. They'll wrap around, this time from the southern side. Will Sigma catch them out? They don't seem to be prepared. Remember, they don't have a gem right now.
Oh, look at where Bucky Madison is.
It's on Funnick, and they go with the song. They've only caught the Slark thus far. Nope, they've also caught Miguel, but it's not a great spread this time. They might be able to isolate and bring down one hero. Nope, they just decide to run. Havos gets picked up on the backside. Abort! Abort, Na'Vi says. Get the hell out of there, but it seems the damage has been done. Puppy now taking all sorts of right click from the Prophet. Gonna go down, and a 3-0, and GG from Havos.
That was excellent positioning from Bucky Mad. If you looked at him, he was standing all the way over here. They spotted out, they went into there, he force-staffed into here, into the fog, and gripped Dendi for full duration. So they knew exactly how Na'Vi wanted to approach. I mean, granted, Na'Vi was so far behind that they were really hard pressed to take a fight there in any sort of positive outcome. But I mean, I thought the draft was fairly even, I'd say. I mean, Sigma, they obviously got what they want, but it's not like Na'Vi picked weird bad